beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine. Twin Flames, welcome to your Twin Flame reading. I just want to show you what was here at the cut deck. The Page of Swords and the Death card. I think this might be in reverse. And that's telling us that, yeah, your Twin Flame, look at this with the Page of Swords, is watching you, but you're not communicating. That's very often the case on a twin flame journey, but we're seeing that here. It's very stagnant. There's a lot of to the surface pain I'm already feeling. And look what they're holding here in this deck. They're holding on to a dandelion with their hand over their heart. So they're already sending a message that you are their biggest wish. And they've made a wish here. You can see that it's already been blown. It's connecting also with the stars. They're standing on books, and it's interesting, and they're wearing a graduation cap. Page energy can oftentimes be, I want to say, kind of like apprentice energy. Are they realizing how they feel? Is this spinning the Death card? It might be, because that's also your twin flame transforming. That's your twin flame in their shadow work. Look at the butterfly here. That's also telling us that angels are nearby. Yeah, okay. So I wasn't ready, but you know, Spirit is ready to send messages when messages are ready to come. So there you go. Welcome to another Twin Flame reading. Twin Flame Tarot reading, I should say. And as is very often the case at the Tarot Closet, Twin Flame Love Messages reading. Your Twin Flame reading sometimes can be really heavy on messages from your spirit guides. Angels and ancestors. Can also be really heavy on messages from your person. I can already see that we're getting a peek into what is going on with your person's energy. So I think it might be one of those readings. I am feeling it. My throat chakra is a little bit wild. That Gemini and Virgo energy, it's just kicking in right now. So is somebody blocked from talking? I think so. It looks and feels very much like they're just not communicating at all with your twin flame at the moment. Yeah, look, the Lover's card just wanted to make its way in. Interesting look. It's also showing the King of Cups and Temperance. And this is the Divine Feminine King of Cups. This deck has Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy. Yeah, this is Pisces energy. There's some wake-up energy here. Temperance is also here. Archangel Michael, lighting the way to the truth for the highest good of all. This is Sagittarius energy, restoring balance, bringing everybody to the truth. Is this going to come through in a message, or is this coming through here today? Because look at the doves. They come in pairs, you know. They also mate for life. It's also about peace. And you can see one is kind of flying off and one is staying there. It's leading the way. Yeah, your twin flame is in their shadow work. I'm going to tell you right now. As we talked about, where are you at in this connection? The Lover's card came right out and it's in reverse. So at the moment, we can see that they're thinking about some choices that they made on your twin flame journey, I want to say, in their connection with you that they regret. The King of Cups coming here right after that. And it's the Divine Feminine King of Cups again, which is quite a giving energy. You can see that she has made a passageway for the ship here. It's quite tumultuous water. She's letting a ship pass, but she's holding on to another. So that's telling us that your twin flame is thinking about you. And I feel this. They're having some regrets about how things went or how things are. We need to see more. And I do feel that they're wanting to be honest with you about those feelings, the King of Cups that we saw. That's Pisces energy. It's a lot of empathy coming through. And it's also, well, it's the opposite of the ego. So there's some work going on, whether they realize what exactly that is. They're having, pun intended, some realizations about how they feel about you. Okay, so this is coming through fast. Wasn't really ready yet. I want to just mention a few things. All the decks that are coming in today are down below in the description. You will also find all the playlists, all zodiac signs, messages from your person, all zodiac sign love readings, of course, more twin flame readings for those of you here, of course, on a twin flame journey. So feel free to check all that out. And again, readings can be all about your person or all about you, a mix from spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. This is really clearly about how they feel about you. This feels quite strong already. It's Gemini energy, of course, and also the planet of love, that is Venus. We know this is your twin flame. There's also a soulmate connection here. Look what's revealing at the bottom of the deck. It's the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is literally where they are. It's where you go after the Three of Swords. So how long have you been in separation from your twin flame? It's the Saturn Libra energy, and now they're here in the Four, and it's where you go to recover, to retreat. This is the separation, but this is where they are. Look, their eyes closed, holding on to a feather. Angels nearby. There's 3 coming down, holding on to this feather in particular because there is a lot of there's a lot of regret that's coming up for your person right now. Okay, we're not keeping it. We're not ready. Maybe it's going to come back. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what is for you and let the rest go. I would be most grateful if you liked today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you haven't. It really helps the channel to continue moving, so thank you. Let's get into this now because it's more than time. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Wow. So there's a dreamy energy thinking about you. It's the Knight of Swords in reverse. However, they're still not, well, you're not talking. And look at that. It's interesting because as I was looking at the Four of Swords, I thought, well, yeah, that looks like a pen. There's a fountain pen in a particular deck. I might have to bring that in. And yeah, it's the Enchanted Map Oracle. Oftentimes they come down together. It's wild. And that's the intention, to write a message. So we saw that feather that they're holding on to, and you see the feather here in particular. It's in the Knight of Swords energy. This is Libra and Mercury energy. And of course, Mercury is the planet of the mind. The planet of communication can oftentimes be literally about reading and writing, writing a message, reading a message. So you see here in the upper right energy, it's the Libra energy wanting to cut through, look, the indecision, the lack of clarity. This is an energy of, the Libra energy of coming with the truth and communicating and balancing things out. Of course, the infinity symbol is about you, twin flames, but that's also connected to Libra, and it's about balance, and it's balancing out divine feminine and divine masculine energies. That's the yin-yang energy. And you can see here that they have their sword and are cutting through this cloud. They're kind of floating along on the angel feather and this twin flame connection, of course. But for me, that's also representative of the writing and the reading. You can see it all here. And it's in reverse. And we saw that feather they were holding on to as they were laying on the moon. And a nocturnal energy automatically coming in with that energy, but also laying on the moon. And I kind of feel like stargazing and thinking about things. Regret. Are they writing you? They're thinking about it. Let's see are they trying to get the confidence? Let's see, because we do see the King of Wands here. And this is quite a confident energy. But look at this, twin flames. Here's the thing. When instruments, musical notes, music come into my readings, of course, it's a sign of your connection together as music, whether you're musicians or you have particular playlists. But it's also about making peace and restoring harmony. So this is a twin flame who is thinking about how things went with you, is thinking about the past. Look, the drum is on fire. They're looking over here off into the distance. It seems like they're alone. Maybe they're not. You can actually see a lot of life going on behind here. So it's, for me, it's indicative of a twin flame, your twin flame, who has kind of wandered off. It's almost like, you know, calling you in, if you will. The flame's coming off here as well. Of course, it's the wand energy. It's the fastest energy, and that's also the energy of love. It's the idea of love. This is, I feel your twin flame in this nocturnal energy, kind of wandering off, wanting to connect with you, but will they get the courage to do that? The Ten of Cups is also here, so it's in the upright. This is Mars. This is Pisces energy. It's a very happy, beautiful energy. Do I feel like, you know, you're coming together and blending your families or beginning a life together? I want to say in the 3D, the real time, or perhaps introducing to families. I don't know. I don't. But this is what they're thinking about. And for me, this is a really dreamy energy. It is Pisces energy, you know, the head in the clouds energy. Because, I mean, look at you connected here. You know, look, all the little fish are representing, of course, in this energy, the children, you know, and that's also about new beginnings. And there's a really big rainbow that you're both here, you're looking at. So it's this feeling that you both have, that you know that someday you're going to come together and have this new start and have this renewal, not just in your connection, but in your life. I want to show you the bottom of the deck. It's the Ten of Swords coming in. Okay, so this is a lot of what they're thinking about too. We know that they have a lot of regrets for how things went. They're wanting to make peace. I feel that really strongly here, and it's the Ten of Swords now coming in reverse. So they are asking for forgiveness. Are they wanting to connect again? We need more. It just turned into a bottoms-up reading. The Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Six of Swords. Wow. The Three of Swords. So this is how it's going today. The Two of Cups, the Tower card, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups in reverse. There's the King of Cups again. It's the same card and now it's in reverse. Okay. So the King of Cups, excuse me. So look at that. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. We also have the King of Cups in reverse. The emotional energy between you is very clearly strong. This is somebody who's going in and out of their ego. Your twin flame knows that they love you. Look at this energy here. This is twin flame energy. It's the Two of Cups. There you are. It's Cancer energy. It's also Venus energy. It's the planet of love, which is also coming through here. Look at this in this Queen of Cups. Isn't that interesting? More Cancer in energy as well. And it's connecting here to the Knight of Swords and also the King of Swords. So here's the thing. Where do I even begin? There's a lot I want to talk about here. I'm going to put this down. We're going to pick it up again, probably, most likely. We're going to be bringing in, I think today I'm going to be bringing in the kind of sister companion oracle deck. We'll see. I might be called to bring in more tarot. The Three of Swords is in the upper right, and it's connecting here with the Knight of Swords. So this is breaking the heart of your twin flame as well. There's a lot of loss around your twin flame as well, and heartbreak. They're sad that you're not talking. And it's, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. It's like kind of blood coming from the eyes. And you can see the heart is exposed. And then it becomes a rose, which is part of their body. They're kind of covered by brush. It's like if you go in to a thorn bush and you see the rose there. And there they are. Look, they're just, it's kind of a stillness in time. So this is a twin flame. Your twin flame hasn't ever stopped, I feel, loving you. They haven't stopped thinking about you. Yes, they're going on with their life. We're going to talk about all this here. In fact, it can be for some of you that they're actually Well, in particular this time of year, because this can also tell us that somebody's off with a family of origin, with family, traveling. It's that time of year. It won't be for everybody. But this is somebody who, it's sort of like this is frozen in time in their mind, because obviously they're not standing out in a bush as, becoming a rose here, just staying out in the rose garden with the swords in. But this is really representative of how they feel. It hasn't changed. And it's a place that I feel like they access, and sometimes they don't. This King of Cups has been always feeling this way, but has been holding back how they feel, because it just, I don't want to say causes problems for them, but they can't do anything about this connection right now, so it doesn't serve them. So they press it down. That's the King of Cups energy. Now, they are struggling with their ego. We saw this card coming through, but I have to say to you, it was not clear whether it's in the upright or the reverse. I think it's a spinner, and that's because their ego is both it's kind of being set aside when they go in and they think about how they feel and what they want to do. Look at this. They're also, this is really how, yes, there might be something going on in their life too, but this is how I feel they feel. Look, they're holding on to it. But when I talk about not serving their life, I mean that they're in a life here. So they're not, do I think that they're always here imagining this? No, I don't. And that's part of why I feel this King of Cups is in a spin, because this is a twin flame who doesn't allow them to get that emotional too often, because it's not serving them in their life. But we know it's spinning. We know that their ego it's like a protection. Their ego is protecting them. And it's going, it's the opposite of the King of Cups in the upright. It's more of the ego. So it's a spin here. We know that they're thinking about you, and they're thinking about whether they could contact you and wanting to contact you. And maybe they're getting ready to. Let's see. We saw them on that Four of Swords, cloud, as you are moon, as you are separated, holding on to that feather, your connection. But also here, connecting with the Knight of Swords, where your twin flame's energy is the strongest, by the way, in reverse, and that lack of communication, because they have a lot they want to say that would change everything, but they're holding back from it, and it's breaking their heart, because this is how they feel. Look, is that another, it's hard to tell, I think this is not one body. You can see actually there are two there, but we're only seeing one of the arms. We're seeing her arms, but that's the two of you. And this is twin flame energy. It's also soulmate energy. And we see that your twin flame doesn't always allow themselves to feel that. That's also why I really feel this King of Cups spinning, because when it's in the upright and they allow those emotions to surface in this rough water, and they're holding this, and they let all the emotions get to them, because they're the master of emotions. They go back and access this place in their mind, because it's a place that hasn't changed. It looks like almost like what you would see on a tapestry in a wall. I mean, it looks frozen, doesn't it? I mean, this person has become as the rose amongst the thorns here, just kind of frozen in time. And I don't feel like that's how they're living, but it's a state of mind that they go into, because things are not moving. The Six of Swords are in reverse, and it's telling us, look at this, my gosh. Here's the other thing. Sometimes when they go there, they do have a hard time getting out, because there's a really strong dreamy energy. Because this Six of Swords in reverse is telling us that they're not moving on from you, even though I feel like in many ways they're trying to. Okay? And that's because they have a life that they're in. But we also know that on this twin flame journey that it's not moving. It's stagnant between the two of you. That is really clear. And also in the way of communication. The Six of Swords is Mercury energy. It's Mercury in Aquarius. And that's the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. And it's in reverse because we also know that sometimes they just put it out of their mind. We also know that you're not communicating. We know that they think about it, but you're not. And we see here in the King of Swords that they want to. This is Gemini energy, Mercury energy as well. And Gemini is all about communication. And of course, Mercury is the ruling planet. And the King of Swords has been thinking for a really long time what they want to say. So they've been thinking about this really from, I feel like, really soon after you separated, and they were able to access their emotions in the King of Cups and get that in the upright. Because that Three of Swords was not there for a long time for your twin flame. They weren't even aware. This, in the beginning, it was, yeah, I feel somebody who just went right into their ego and right back to their life and was like, whoa, you know, and backed away. And now there's more. It's interesting because there's a kind of a calming energy around it. Yet as I say that, look what is here. It's the Tower card. This particular Tower card too. This is a major arcana, of course. It's Mars energy. It's the planet of action, passion, desire, conflict. It's the beginning and the end. It's bringing in that Mars energy, also the Aries and the Scorpio energy. And this is the thing for me today. Maybe something's going on in their life, but I also feel like, I don't know, there's a calmness that I'm also feeling. For me, this is what they access when they access here. When they access the Three of Swords. And that's a dreamy energy about you. And that's an energy of trying to understand themselves. Because a lot of things are coming up, I feel like, in their life. It's almost, this is going to sound so strange, but I'm feeling almost like a boredom. You know? I don't feel like there's a Tower moment in this person's life. Now, can there be? Of course, it's here. And you're going to know that. You're going to resonate with that. And could it also be that it was the Tower moment between the two of you? Did you have a Tower moment? Yeah, well, probably for most of you, yes. It may not have been as dramatic, but just even the act of maybe arguing and not talking and separating. I'm feeling here that it wasn't that kind of separation. It was more of they just kind of were gone, you know, and they weren't answering. And all that time, they haven't stopped thinking about you, but they did not want to access this Three of Swords. Therefore, the King of Cups stayed, I feel, in reverse for quite a while. And of course, the Queen of Cups is also in reverse. So we know that there is shadow work going on. And that as far as having skipped over and being in a place where, you know, you're getting close to union, no, I don't feel like that is happening. But we also see with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse that the flow, the emotions between you, while still there, obviously, are not being exchanged. We know that you're connected, and that's the flow here also in the Two of Cups, and connected here also to the Ten of Cups. Again, do I feel that this is a dreamy energy? I really do. This is a very dreamy energy for me. I don't feel that this is a union. I know. In the partnership placement is also the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy. It really is this dreamy energy for me. It's like there's sitting here on the edge and looking at it. Look, it's the two of you. This is also your energy. It's right here as well in the partnership placement, right underneath the King of Wands with the fire. Looking at it longingly, wondering, you know, almost looks like it could be picked, but it won't be. You can see how deep the roots go. It's going all the way down, I feel like, to the world. I'm feeling the world energy here. There you are, twin flames, look. And it's going to continue to grow. And of course, it's going to change. Some of the leaves will come off. There will be new ones coming on. It might grow in a different direction. But this, for me, is really indicative today of your twin flame journey. And it's the Eight of Pentacles here with the Tower card. This is a lot of the shadow work. But this is what I wanted to tell you, too, that I feel. I feel the twin flame energy also not, they're, I feel this with both of you. No matter how much time has passed or what is going on, that there are many times when you're each here and you may not even know that you're both there at the same time. You may be sensing it if you are in tune to that with your dreams and repeating numbers and music. So you might, when those things are happening and you're hearing and picking up telepathic messages, sending them, picking up on synchronicities, repeating numbers, patterns, seeing particular animals, serendipitous meetings, communications, things in your life, that's when they're thinking too, because when you're thinking about your twin flame, they're thinking about you. And this is that feeling of this frozen in time energy where they go in here and you both go here and hold on to it like you're not letting it go. It is the Tower card, and it's right on top of a volcano, which it's a lot of fire. And yeah, the twin flame journey is intense. Twin flame tower moments, I want to say. The shadow work, getting to the root of the issues, being honest with yourself is intense. Union as well, which I don't feel that is coming through here. The Eight of Pentacles connecting here with the regret. This is in the upright. It's the sun and the Virgo energy. So here's the thing. This is shadow work. Look at this. Look at the butterfly. Also, this is telling us that angels are everywhere. This is angels nearby. And it's between the two of you. And I also really, this is the partnership placement. And I also really feel you both here. Well, we actually see you both here. Look. Somebody might be a little bit further along with their shadow work. This is literally doing the transformative work. The Six of Swords in many ways too is, while it's coming in reverse, it's the Mercury and Aquarius energy that maybe somebody doesn't even realize it. I mean by somebody, your twin flame. Why suddenly things are coming up for them, but you're privy to that information of knowing when you're seeing repeating numbers and hearing music and feeling your twin flame, dreaming about your twin flame. It's because you're energetically sending that out to each other. You're always connected. You can't cut a cord with a twin flame. Of course, lots of people do not come into union in this lifetime, and some twin flames, just true twin flames too, can just say, I can't right now, and don't even try and go on for many years, either single or with a life partner, sometimes with a karmic, whatever the case may be. This is showing us here that you are thinking about each other and shadow work is taking place. Are you already in that? I think you are, and you know that. Look, the Ten of Swords is connecting with that, and that's part of the shadow work for your twin flame as well. And that's the apology that is coming to you, twin flame. It's the Ten of Swords in reverse, and that is asking you for forgiveness. And it's also you forgiving your twin flame should you be in that position of feeling like, where's my communication, where's my message? The King of Swords is in the upright, and that's, really somebody who's been thinking a lot about your twin flame, literally here thinking about the two of you and making a choice, I do feel, to send a message. We can see it here. So that's the thing. It can be that you have heard from your twin flame, or that you might be. I would never tell you that in a reading. It's a guarantee you're going to hear from them, because everyone has free will. Energies, outcomes, they can, they will, they do change the future. It's not fixed. No. I just saw the camera. So I don't know if it picked that up, but the heartbreak that I'm feeling and the loss, when your twin flame is in there, when they're accessing that, they have a hard time getting out. And this King of Cups energy, we know, is a spinner. And that's the kind of fighting with their ego, because their ego is protecting them. And it's also, I want to say, protecting the life they're in. But yeah, I mean, because they're not, this is a twin flame journey that is just, it's not, nobody's going anywhere in the life that they're in. You can see it. And when you're feeling your twin flame, they're feeling you. And when they're feeling you, you're feeling them. It really, that's the twin flame journey. And we know that here when your twin flame is trying to write a message, I feel, or thinking about contacting you, when they really dig in here in this Two of Cups energy of this love of the two of you, quite literally. And that's also bringing in the balance when they are balancing out their divine feminine and their divine masculine energies and allowing the King of Cups to upright, in particular this one that we saw already in the upright, the divine feminine energy King of Cups, because there are two in this deck, that they get immobilized, kind of. They sit and feel like this rose out in the bush here, who's not able to move, who cannot take out the thorns, who's literally unable to move. And that's in their mind, of course, because eventually they move out of that. But that is why I feel like they're having so much trouble probably communicating. And that's pretty normal anyway. And we can see that they're in their shadow work. But they are sending through here forgiveness. And again, could it be that you've received that message in real time? Yeah. Can you still? Of course. But it's also coming through for you from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors today. It's really strong that they're sending that to you telepathically as well, energetically. They are, the thing is they're also trying to forgive themselves, because there's a lot of regret for their behavior and the choice of how they handled something. And yes, it could have been the tower moment, because look at how it cracked. It's almost like for some of you, the moment something was said or what they did, that they immediately kind of grabbed it. And that's another suspended in time feeling for me, where it's not that they're in this every day, but when they access it, it's still that feeling. It's sort of like when you think of somebody, well, somebody that you've lost in your life in whatever way, and you never really, you know, it's something that just, I don't want to say don't get over it, but you know what I mean, when you access particular memories and it just takes you back and your stomach twists up and maybe you feel like you can't eat. That's a lot of the energy that I'm feeling here that's coming through. It's an access. It's sort of like, yeah, holding on to also what the idea of what maybe it was, and then what happened, and what could it be? Is it real? Was it real? Could it be this? Will we ever have this? Because I you know, I'm hearing, it sounds going to sound weird. I think I love you. And why am I hearing I think I love you? Because it's somebody who maybe was, well, yeah, they were in their ego for protection and weren't allowing themselves to feel it. That's the King of Cups spinner, which we've now seen, of course, twice, as we know. But they haven't moved on. And when they go into that, they get kind of stuck and they just hold on to these ideas and then they come out again. But this is always happening for both of you here in the Lover's card. And that's also, of course, twin flame energy and soulmate energy. I mean, it's the Lover's card. And this is doing the shadow work here in order to eventually come into union. You know, generally the Ace of Pentacles can be an energy of, well, yeah, growing a connection also in real time and taking things to another level. This is about the twin flame connection. It's still moving, even when you think it's not. That's the thing. Even when you think about this image and you see you hanging on to it, not wanting to let it go, you know, afraid that if you do, it's over. No, because that volcano is still here and it's just going to put out all that hot lava and then it's going to stop and it's going to regenerate. And the Three of Swords as well. And that energy, you know, this heartbreak that is here. It won't be that you're walking around and feeling that all the time. Your twin flame isn't either. But just know that when you're feeling that stomach gut punch, they're feeling it too. And that this is still moving. You're still both here, you know. And union can be this lifetime, but it can be next lifetime and another lifetime. I can't tell you that. Not today. Not here. Today, this is not about coming into union. This is about how your twin flame feels and what they're doing to kind of get through their life as They access these moments. They want to send an apology down, and they want you to see this. They want you to know. And I'm hearing it again, but it's a little bit different now. Instead of I think I love you, I'm hearing, yeah, I think I love you. And I know that's not, you're saying, why aren't they saying I love you? Well, they do love you. It's their ego. It's the King of Cups that's spinning here because they're in and out. It's protection. They want you to see this. This is where they go when they think about it, and they want to hold on to it, and they dream about this. They're not moving on from you, but they're also not able to move forward in any way. I don't feel like anybody is. I want to take this off, and yeah, okay, I wanted to see what is coming through here. Look at this. So this happens sometimes. I just saw the next 3 cards. I'm taking them, and now it's also bringing in the 4 of Wands. Okay, so we're going to keep that here. Interesting. Soulmate energy. This can be celebratory energy and reunions and marriage energy, and it's Venus energy. It's the planet of love. Look at the birds here on the lights. They're connected, coming out here. They're on the roof. Looks a little bit dangerous. This is, for me, more of the dreamy energy. I have to tell you. The star energy came through. It's in reverse. There's the judgment energy. I felt that coming. And there's the Hierophant energy. Okay. So the star card, it's a major arcana. It's Aquarius energy. It's also Uranus energy. This is the sadness around not talking. Okay. There's also some arrogance coming through. And we know that, and I'm not saying somebody is just oh so arrogant. It's just we all need ego. But sometimes, yeah, if we're in the ego and we're making decisions on that, or we're using our ego to protect us in a way that doesn't serve us, well, yeah. And that's happening with your twin flame. They are doing shadow work, but it's not a straight line. And that really is the case for everybody in life, isn't it? It's like saying if you go on a diet, you just go straight there and you lose all your weight. I mean, you know, you're falling off maybe here. And that's the same thing with the twin flame journey. You know, it's not, life is not easy, isn't it? It's beautiful, but it's also not easy. We see the sadness around this disconnection here. And we also, this is the other thing, is they're not responding, I feel like, to a message too. So maybe you've had some communication and you wrote again and they didn't respond, or this is just talking about when they weren't. But there is an energy of, you know, ignoring, I want to say, okay? And it's connecting here with the Judgment card, which is in the upright. My gosh, this is Archangel Gabriel. This is the angel for messages. This is the wake up and get some clarity, make some decisions. What do you want energy? And then look what it's coming with. It's coming, and they're battling their ego here. Okay, we know that. We know how they feel about you. There's no denying how they feel about you here, okay? But they are battling that because they are in it to live their life. That's what they need to do. Nobody's judging here. No pun intended. Judgment card, you're both here. And again, it's Archangel Gabriel, the Herald of Visions. Look, I love this. Divine Feminine energy coming through here and holding on to this horn, which of course is the, you know, wake up, look, it's blowing out all these stars. The divine, the fated connection, your destinies, and asking your person to see things. And that's the thing, they are. There is wake up energy here, but it's not a straight line wake up. It's not like they're waking up and saying, I'm clear, I'm making this decision to do this. Maybe. I mean, I will say this to you. It is a make a decision, and it can be about this message that they're trying to get through. But do I feel like somebody's making a decision here to move forward and come into union? I don't, but I do feel their wake up energy, and it's that line that's not straight. Do you know what I mean? It's the balance as they balance out their divine feminine, their divine masculine energies, you as well. We all have them, of course. It's the duality, it's the dark to the light. And then there's the Hierophant card here, my gosh. can be an energy of commitment, marriages, long-term connections. So yeah, of course you're here as well. It's divine masculine energy, but this is also about the life that they're looking at, that they're in, and you. I think you're both here. And look at that owl. And there's that nocturnal energy we felt. Owls are Scorpios, actually, which are night owls. The connection, of course. And they're all about inner transformations, the owls. And we know here that there is shadow work going on. You can see the growth. It's happening anyway. They're just regretting particular decisions. We see that, and that's around something within your connection toward the end, maybe before they left, or maybe after they left, or while they were leaving, messages that didn't get answered. Whatever the case is, they're sorry and they're asking for forgiveness. They regret it. They did not want to hurt you. It's really clear. And they do think of you here. Also for me today, coming through is a bit of a spiritual marriage. And that's not surprising either. It's connecting here. Also, look, with the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's the Sun in Gemini. And that's putting the Sun in reverse. And that's telling us what we already know, that this gratification of union is delayed. It's not that it's not happening, but it's not happening now. And yes, it's sad, and there's an acknowledgement from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. But it's also a message of the healing here we see in the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse, that you both have shadow work to do. You both have shadow work. You know that already. You're probably already doing it. And if you're not, it's a message from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. They are, but it's really slow moving. But there is this wake-up energy. Again, it doesn't feel like a straight line for me. It's somebody who goes in here, they're immobilized, they can't move, they feel it. I feel Page of Swords energy, and I think we saw the Page of Swords, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. Anyway, I'm seeing it. They're watching. You know, that they do check up. They have not forgotten about you. There is no forgetting. They're just, yeah, they can't stay in here. You know, so they're fighting with their ego quite a bit. Maybe a message comes through. Maybe not. It's coming through here today. They're sorry. They really want to send that healing for sure. The thing about the Hierophant as well, it's Taurus energy, by the way. It's a lot about the life that they're in and the life that you're in and expectations that are surrounding you. Traditions, you know. And I have to say, yeah, it's really strong for me that your person is firmly in the life that they're in. On the other hand, what's interesting, maybe these are vice versa energies for some of you, is this you that might be also going through something in a connection that you're in your life, whether it's a karmic situation, a soulmate, whatever the situation is, because it's interesting as you both do your shadow work here, and we see the regret that your twin flame has. We also see the King of Wands here, sending a lot of courage, a lot of bold, fiery energy. And that is to deal with, I feel like, also what is going on as the shadow work is happening and as you both go about your lives. So can it be for you, maybe even your twin flame? It's not real strong for me today that they're going through a separation or a divorce, but you can see that they can be. But is that maybe you? Because I am feeling that here, but I have to tell you, today's energy is really strong. I'm putting this here. This is where it wants to be. That this is about you. This Three of Swords is about you. They're heartbroken. Maybe you don't realize it. They think about this. All the stuff that you talked about, all the plans that you had, they weren't lying. That's what they want me to tell you. They weren't lying to you. They go and they can't even move out of here. Look at this. There is a real sadness here. And the ego and the arrogance connected to the Star in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse it's protection. It's self-protection. It's also why, you know, they ran when they were triggered. Do they realize all the reasons why they ran? Like I said, it's not a straight line. So some of them, yes, and they regret it and they're sorry, but not everything, because this is somebody who's comfortable also in the life that they're in. I don't feel like they're jumping for joy happy, but they're comfortable. And anyway, who is it for me to say? I just can't get that invasive. I'm sorry. This turned around as I was talking to you. I thought that was really interesting. So it can be that this is you or your person, that somebody's also in a situation with a partner, a family of origin situation that they're trying to fight out of. Not today for this reading with your person. I don't feel like that. I actually feel a calmness. And the Three of Swords and the Tower today are about the two of you. It's where they go. It's like a little secret. It's a little secret compartment, you know, opening up their mind, which this is the deck for that. If you imagine opening up a little door and going in there and looking around and being able to look at tapestries about how they felt at particular moments and how are they feeling now. That's what this is for me. And I'm hearing that I need to look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, my gosh. That was weird. I'm going to bring in some oracle now. It's the Nine of Swords. It's in the upright. Gemini and Mars energy. They're not sleeping. Look at this energy too. There is an energy in the Nine of Swords of sadness and some anxiety. So do I feel like they're always there? Again, I don't. But when they go into this energy, there is this nocturnal energy of waking up and wanting to figure out what happened, wanting to send you apologies and love. They really want you to know that they love you. That they just, yeah, they're still kind of fighting it, I have to say. And even as I brought it through, I heard, you know, kind of like, stop it. They love you, twin flame. They're fighting with their ego here, you know, and that, again, that's some self-preservation that's going on. And this is where, look, they're meeting you. This is the bottom of the deck. I just picked it up. Look, home in the sky. Look at that. And, well, yeah, that's a 41. That's coming to a 5. That's the 5D, if I ever saw it. That is the 5D. My gosh, how many are there up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's reflecting on the situation. Controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. They're just in life. And it might be both of you. Somebody's going through something here. We can see that. And with your person, this is connected to you. This is where they come up in the night. There's the strong nocturnal energy. That's the self-actualization. And they realize. And then they have all this regret. And that's also, I'm not saying good, but it's part of the shadow work. Okay, so I'm not saying, yeah, good. I just mean it's what they're doing here, and that's okay. And that every time what is that every time a bell rings, an angel is nearby? Is the miracle on, is it 44th? Is it 44th Street? No. 41st Street? No, it can't be. The miracle on, you know, I don't have comments on, so I can't ask you. I'll have to look it up. Maybe you're screaming to the video now saying it's miracle on. Anyway. There is that feeling of as shadow work is going on, it brings you closer. This grows, you know. It's deep. It's going into the earth. It's the world. It's going into the world. That's the world. It's bringing in the world card here in the Ace of Pentacles, which of course it is, because that's the earth energy. It's where it's going down into the earth. And that's completing the karmic lessons and getting through the obstacles. That's the Saturn energy. The world has come in below the Ace of Pentacles today. Imagine that. The divine timing, communication, growth. Communicating with the divine, of course. Co-creating. Shadow work. So that you can move forward. Again, do I feel like they know? I don't. I don't think they're saying, this is my twin flame, you know? Sometimes that we know that it gets thrown around and it's very real. I don't know that they know it, maybe for some of you, but they know that this is something else. This is something otherworldly here. You can see it, I can feel it. And when they allow themselves to go there, they feel it too. And I just felt this ping of, it just, yeah, It feels really heavy in my heart. And you can't live in that all the time. You just can't, you know? But there is that energy of kind of getting away and slipping away here, away, and thinking about you, thinking about their life, thinking about the direction where they are now, where they want to be. And then they come out of it and they go back into their life again. And that goes for you too. This wanted to show itself, the gardener. I really like this because, well, this is the Ace of Pentacles too. Look at that. This is planting that. My gosh. This is you here. Look. You're both coming off here. My gosh. The place that you feel at home. The place that you meet in the 5D. The planting here of the pentacle into the earth. Look at, there are all the buildings. Also, we see that here in the feeling of a spiritual marriage, the feeling of connection that you have. You're also seeing it here in the Judgment card. It's the twin flame journey for me today. It's the, yeah, it's the seed. You can see it. That 9, of course, is things coming to fruition. And that's eventually, of course. I don't feel that there's union coming in here now. I just don't. My home is my castle. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. Sometimes I count. Of course, that brings us to the divine timing, communication, and growth. So coming out from a rock, from the earth, or those shells, it's growing around it. This is representative of your twin flame journey for me. We're all one. It's you, your twin flame. It's the divine. It's co-creating. It's everything here. And we see that here in the 5D and in the planting. So there's, when you feel that you've lost the connection, you haven't. You maybe just aren't feeling it. It's a time that your twin flame is not here, you know. More than likely, when you're feeling this, that's because they are too. They're sending that energy out. You're meeting here in the 5D for sure. But the first thing that I just have to tell you is, look, it's like it's the runner, it's your runner, it's the mouse. Now looking at the crow here, the chaser, and understanding, and it's the King of Cups in the upright. Tiny triumphs. So that's also for you on your twin flame journey, and that's the other thing about the Judgment card, which has been buried here. Where did, of course, I put it here because that's the shadow work. That's getting closer to your life's purpose. So if you are in an energy where you're staying here for too long, your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are saying, wake up and get out. You got to do your thing. I know that you feel this way sometimes, and you feel this way too, and honor that and do the work that's around that, what got triggered. But the detachment and the living your life purpose, that's for everybody. That's for you, and that's for your twin flame. And they are doing that here. Again, I don't think that they know they're doing it. And as I'm sending this message through, it came through because this little tiny triumphs, it's like little steps. You know, they say you vote with your feet. You accomplish things, your life's journey, your life's purpose. When you realize it and you start to take those steps, you vote with your feet. It's when you're moving. Starts to become habits, and then it starts to become, you know, a way of life for you, and then it becomes who you are. So what is it that you are needing to do on your life's journey as well? So that's really strong because, again, that is what's happening with your twin flame. But we also can't have you focusing so hard that you are not focusing on your own journey. Twin flame, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, but you're always doing this, whether you realize it or not. But just know that this is always happening. It's always, you're still moving closer to union here as you do your shadow work and live your life. It's happening. But there are messages that are strong here from your twin flame today, that they love you. and they regret hurting you and that they're sorry. And they think about you and they would like to send you a message. They hope that they can. There aren't any promises. They're in and out of their ego here. They are watching you, though. That Page of Swords energy was quite strong. It's really interesting because it's the opposite. Look, it's like the mouse here now has the bird tamed, you know, instead of the bird eating the mouse. And I like that because that's tiny triumphs. It's like little victories, you know, on your journey and how you're feeling. I really love this too. And then I really am going to turn it over because this is... well, it's an 11. It's a twin flame number. It's a master number. And it's also, it's a message to you from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors today to say that, yeah, union, there is union in twin flame with your twin flame, of course. We're not getting an answer when that is. It is an energy of, well, yeah, let go, let God, leave it up to the divine. And I know it sounds really silly, but there's a lullaby that I'm hearing. It's like, well, it's trying to bring you peace here in this lullaby energy today. Look, you can see the clouds, you can see the sky, the divine here in the cello, the moon as well. This is a very peaceful nocturnal energy. For some of you too, it might quite be literally, if you or your person are musicians, that somebody's actually writing songs or singing songs with you in mind. That's interesting. That's not going to be for everybody, but it's coming through. This is a really peaceful energy for you. I know it sounds crazy, but it's your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors singing you a lullaby. This is, again, instruments, notes, music. When it comes into my reading, it's a sign of making peace and harmony. And your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors really are hoping that for you. And so is your twin flame. I know. I have to move it now because I'm feeling called to move the energy and look one last time, and then we're going to bring in some of my infinity deck. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Liberty. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's the, I want to say lack of liberty, the lack of freedom here. To make a choice. Interesting. Yeah, and it's a lot. It's connected also to that Three of Swords today. I just don't feel like anybody's coming here for any type of union. You know, they're not coming out of here. I mean, you can see it. It's in reverse. It's also some of the decision that they made to leave the connection, perhaps ghosting you, that they regret. And that does come through too. They're sorry, but they're also not. I just looked up at the camera. Gosh, when did that happen? I'm not sure. I think I was talking about the Liberty card and what they're not able to do. They're not able to free themselves from a situation. That might also be you. And that's also what happens when they go in here and then they hold on to this tower. And I looked at the bottom of the deck and saw the Journey card. I kept hearing to look under, I was done. But that's the Twin Flame Journey here. I actually really love that. Look, it's a red thread of fate tied around what looks to be a deer, which are very spiritual. They come when your heart needs healing. This is, I hope for you, what I'm hearing is a healing message for you, Twin Flame, to know that your Twin Flame thinks about you. Your twin flame does love you. They're having a hard time saying it, but they love you. They're sorry for hurting you. They also sometimes can't sleep. They're still feeling very connected to you. And they're hoping somewhere down the line something can change. I don't think they know they're on a twin flame journey, so I'm not hearing we'll come into, I'm not hearing a union or anything, just that they hope that things down the line that they're going to be able to connect with you again, but they want you to know that they're sorry and they love you and they think about you. And that's why this is here, this journey card. My gosh. And that's the, well, yeah, it's the end of a cycle and it's a renewal. And that's the healing that is necessary in this Queen of Cups. It's really for both of you on this journey. But this is your reading, so it's your healing message. They want you to get on with your life, twin flame, but know these things that they want to say to you. Deers appear when you need healing, when your heart needs healing. It's a very innocent spiritual creature, and you can see it's tied with the red thread of fate, and there's a rose here. That's a love offering from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, and also your twin flame. Oh my gosh, I really feel this. It takes my breath away. I feel like these swords are in my heart. She's also wearing it. It's adorned in her hair. So there's 2 roses there again. That's the 2 of you here on the twin flame journey. That's also here the 2 of Cups. Twin flames, we're going to move on to some of my infinity cards. I'm going to do some more shuffling, okay? Then today we're going to bring in some little love messages and some totems and close your reading. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. That's the frozen in time energy. My gosh. Yeah, it's also the 6 of Swords in reverse. It's the stagnancy. There really is a lot of, the 6 of Cups isn't here, but there is a lot of that energy. They go in and think about it all. They just can't stay there. And that's what Spirit also wants to send to you if you are. Don't stay there. Access it. Use it for healing, for the shadow work here. And know that this will come. Divine has a plan, but not to stay there. But this is really connecting with that energy of what they wanted to say to you. Look at that. Because the sun is in reverse in the 10 of Swords. And we know that already, that eventually it will be in the upright and it will melt this frozen in time feeling that it's just how your twin flame connection is right now. It's stagnant. It's not moving. There's an energy that you both access and your twin flame feels quite frozen. We went over that. But this is also telling us that, yeah, the energy of waiting and the sadness around that won't be forever, that the sun will come out and it will thaw it all out. And that energy between you is still there anyway, even when it's frozen, even when you're not talking, even when you're not hearing from them. It's still the water. It's still the divine. It's still the love. It's still all the emotions between you. And when it's time for you, for union, the sun will come and it will. Let it flow again. That's too many. That's yours. And it brought out those 2 as well. Watch for the signs. That came through really early on in your reading. That's telepathy coming through, but it's also coming from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors today. If you've had some questions that you came in, pay attention to the repeating number patterns, the synchronicities in your life, your dreams. Keep a dream journal. Your repeating numbers, of course. Music. Both from your twin flame. Really strong telepathy between you. They're sending a lot of messages. They're not sure if you're getting them, so they're sending them here today. But also your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Your inner voice. This is my wild card. We were meant to meet. Emotional. That's supposed to be an O. Yeah, this is really emotional. Look at that too. The sun freezes it. Wow. That's the thing. That's what's underneath is King of Cups, which is now in reverse, which we saw in the upright. Because even when it's in reverse and you think that they don't feel a certain way, or they're not thinking about you, or you're not talking and it's quiet, underneath that it's still here. All the feelings, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are both here. It's just we know that this is not in the upright yet. We know that the Sun is in reverse here, and things are still as they were. If that, I don't know why, that's what I'm hearing. That won't always be that way. That's the World card. Look, the future that came in through the Ace of Pentacles today. I want to put it under here, but I don't know if you'll see it. So maybe I just do that. I'm covering your cards or shadow work. Sorry, that starts to happen here in your readings. Repressed emotions. My gosh, yeah. That's the King of Cups in reverse. Again, it's a spinner. We know that. That's what they do. And when they come up, it's frozen. They're here in that Three of Swords we talked about. They're here in that Tower card, trying to understand. Getting a lot of downloads, a lot of honesty coming through that maybe they're just not. I think it's a lot. I don't think that they can stay there for long and handle it for too long. Soul recognition. Yeah. Very much. Challenges, obstacles, one-sided. That's part of the apologies. Look, so that's coming in here with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the regrets and the Lover's card, because they were really being, well, selfish because they were triggered. They weren't seeing things really clearly. Clarity. That's exactly what we're just saying, because they are now. Okay, that's really strong. This is the last that I'm bringing through. That's it. It's a lot, though. I gotta tell you, it's a lot. Expectations. That's the Hierophant card. Might be you in your life, but it's definitely in your twin flames as well. That came through strong. Yeah, it's around the home. Okay. Okay. We already know that things are not moving. And it puts, I feel like, everybody in the Nine of Swords at times, of course. Not sleeping well, feeling sad around it. Tradition. So that's coming in also here, look, with the expectations in the Hierophant card, nature. You know, that's what we saw in the very beginning with the Knight of Wands, going out into nature, you know, kind of summoning you. It's really a connection. I'm even seeing somebody sitting in front of a campfire. That's strange. Okay, well, I guess it's not strange. I mean, it's for somebody, obviously. Quite literally, deja vu and reunion. Interesting. So you might be experiencing some deja vu as well. In fact, I'm sure that you are. Your person is. And that reunion energy came through strong. We didn't see the Six of Cups, but I feel the Six of Cups strongly. That's the Sun in Scorpio. It's a lot of nostalgic energy there. And it's a lot of the regret too, because the Five of Cups are in there, you know, right before. And that's a lot of the regret. And we know that they're really sorry for that. They do want to, they're hoping that they're going to see you again someday. They feel confident that they are. And maybe that's also why they don't stay in that energy for too long, and they come out of it just knowing that someday there will be. Look at this. It's where it wants to be here with the Four of Wands. Yeah, there's a confidence here somehow that they know. Even though for some of you, I feel like this has been a long time. It may not be for everyone, because it can be that chronologically it feels like it, you know, but it wasn't. Okay, I'm going to bring in some heart love messages today, twin flames. I love this sound. I find it very ASMR-y. ASMR. Sending a kiss. I like this for you. And a hug, look. It's going by here by the Ten of Cups, in case you're wondering. Sorry. That is the Lover's card in reverse here. Be mine. I wish you were mine. It's a conversation going on here. You set me on fire. That's the King of Wands there. 2 on fire, which we're not going to dig it out. So I'm going to put it over here, okay? Soul recognition. That's where that's going to go. I play our song. Yeah, there is a really strong connection to music here. That music, that cello that I saw, some of you have somebody singing for you too. I know that's not for everybody, but they're sending songs too, and they're listening to songs. Also, they come out when they listen to music, because the repressed emotions, we know that they come in and out of it. You know, survival, I'm yours. So that's a, look, they want to be clear. That's where that went. What do you want to hear most, or what do you most want to send? Because this is a wild heart, a wild love message, a wild card, a wild heart. You can say whatever you want. Or close your eyes. And what do you want to hear? Twin flames, I wanted to bring in charms, but I'm hearing that it's time to close the reading. So I'm going to close the reading and honor that it has come to an end. It's been my honor to channel for you. I found this very, my heart feels, I'm kind of like doing this to it. It feels lighter. Your twin flame wants that for you as well. They want you to feel good knowing how they feel, to have peace in your heart, to know what they, to make sure that you got these messages today. So I hope that you did. Thank you again for joining me. Of course, if you enjoyed today's reading, I would be so grateful if you liked the video, subscribed to the channel, shared the video or any videos. All that really, really helps support the channel. So thank you. I appreciate you more than I can even express. I'm sending you love and light on your twin flame journey, and I look forward to seeing you at another twin flame reading. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.